Hello again and welcome to Fishing Idaho on a Harley. My name is Skelly and I just recently rediscovered my love for fishing. Now I've never learned how to fish mountain streams and rivers, reservoirs. I've lived in Idaho now for over 20 years. For some reason I just never got the wind, the drive, the passion, I don't know what you call it. I just never was interested in fishing any of the rivers or streams or reservoirs that I ever came across. I came across a lot of them because I'd ride my motorcycle through the mountains all the time. And I would love to ride next to the rivers. Still love to ride next to the rivers. But for some reason, I just never put two and two together and thought about fishing it. Until recently, that is. So I'm now on my 6th video. This will be my 6th video. About my adventures in trying to learn how to fish these rivers and streams. And I got to tell you, it hasn't been easy. Lures are different. How you fish the lures are different. The different types of baits. There's a lot going on. It's been pretty confusing actually. Luckily, I've been watching a few videos online. People have videos out there to teach you how to fish and things of that nature. So I've been watching a few of those and kind of getting an idea of what I need to do and the type of baits I need to use. But it's still difficult. So today's video is going to be the most challenging one yet. A few weeks ago, I received a fly rod and reel combo from my dad. Now, I purchased this fly rod and reel combo from my dad a number of years ago and sent it down to him. He's always wanted to try it. Just never did get around to it. He never did once put the tip in the water. So once I told him I was getting back into fishing up here, and I was thinking about trying fly rods, he decided to send me that fly rod. He sent it back up here. So I got it a few weeks ago, and I put it out on the water once already. There's a previous video that has it out there. But I only fished it for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes or so. And turns out, I think I probably lost the fly on the first cast. So I'd been fishing that fly for that whole time without anything on it. But that's okay. I just wanted to learn how to cast and get that rhythm and understand what it is, how to do a roll, how to not get a tail loop and things of that nature. Granted, I'm not good. I suck, actually. But I have been able to make I was able to make a few decent casts that day. Most of them weren't, though. So I can't wait to give it a try, but at the same time, I'm forcing myself to only use that fly rod. So last time I took my trout rod with me as well. So I had a crutch that I could fall back on. If the fly rod wasn't working for me, which it didn't, I could always just jump on the trout line and see what I could find. And that's exactly what I did. And I ended up catching a couple of fish that day off my trout rod. But today I'm going to not take my trout rod. It will be fly rod only. I'm not even bringing my tackle box. So I will force myself to have to fish fly the entire time I'm there. It's going to be a challenge. I'm probably not going to catch anything, but that's okay. As long as I can still try and get that feel of the rhythm and make more good casts than bad casts, I will consider it a good day. So the plan today is I'm going to stay fairly close to town. There's really no sense in going very far out when I have the river just right here. I'm going to fish the Boise River today, but I'm not going to stay in town for it. I'm going to go out just a little bit. I'm probably going to start somewhere around Eagle Island State Park and then work downstream towards Star. I don't know how far down I'll get. I don't even know where I'll find any river access there. I'm hoping I can find some at Eagle Island without having to pay the admission to get in, but I won't know until we get there. So, well, without any further ado, let's just pack the Harley up and go. Let's see what the day has to offer.
According to the satellite view of Google Maps, there appears to be a dirt road or path that follows the Boise River with a crosswalk on the road into the park. Let's see if we can take that road and find a hole in there somewhere. There's the path there. Looks drivable. Let's try it. Here's the crosswalk. Dang it, a sign. Walking or horseback riding only. Is this not a steel horse that I'm riding? Oh well, let's back this thing out of here. The grass is still just a little too wet. I keep losing my grip. Can't back the bike up. I wonder if there are any pullouts around here. Nope, just more signs telling you to not park anywhere. Let's see how far away the parking area is from the river. Be a bit of a walk away. Let's just go further downstream and see what we can find.
how well you can see me under here. We're starting out at the Linder Ridge in Meridian, Idaho. We're right underneath the Linder Bridge. You might be able to hear the traffic above us. Let me show you what's going on over here. You can see I'm parked up top there. We got some insects flying around right here, and I've seen a couple of rises since I've been here, putting my zoot suit on to get in the water. So I think I'm going to throw the fly right out there a bit and see what happens. Fish upstream and pull it downstream, because trout can see ahead of them really well, and they can see to the side of them really well. So you're always better off fishing from behind them, because they like to face upstream and catch what comes down as it floats down the current. So if you come up behind them, they don't know you're there. Throw your fly out in front of them, let it drift down, and they'll snag it. The only issue with that is you've got to know how to strip really fast, depending on how fast the current's moving. So if there's too much slack in it, you're never going to catch anything. So let's get the pole ready and jump in.
One of the biggest problems I've found so far in my casting is all the slack, heavy line that you've been stripping out. As you go to cast, sometimes it will wrap around the back end of the pole and around the reel. And I seem to find that I'm struggling with keeping it on the left-hand side of the rod and reel as I'm casting. I'm not sure if there's a tip or a trick that anybody knows, but if you could leave a comment and let me know how to get away from looping around the back end of the pole every time I cast, I'd really appreciate it.
Well, I've definitely discovered that I suck at this. I just can't understand maybe I just need to leave it at a certain length and just kind of toss it off into the banks over there and see what happens. My problem is it's the casting. I keep getting it all tangled up. I can't control the damn thing. It ends up with this tail loop at the end of it, and it's not a very good presentation. This is really challenging. I think I'm gonna grab my stuff and we'll wander up a little bit, see if we can't find another little spot. There's so many bugs flying around right here. I keep seeing a few rise, but if I can't control how to cast the fly out there, how am I supposed to catch anything? So I'm going to keep giving it a go. I mean, practice makes perfect, right? So I'm going to keep practicing. It's not easy. Anyway, let's move up. It's the best part about wearing waders. You're not locked into only being able to fish a certain point or a certain spot. You can move along wherever you want along the river, as long as it's shallow enough. It looks like there's a little heavier moving water up here I'd like to give a try. See if I can keep my balance. I've been watching a lot of fly fishing YouTube videos trying to learn how to do this. They've all been pretty good. There's one guy in particular, I can't remember his name, but he's with Mad River, I believe. And yeah, that guy's helped me quite a bit in the understanding and the principles of what I'm supposed to be doing. But understanding the principles and being able to put that into actual action are completely different things. So the principles I get. Yeah, this looks really good right here. But yeah, the principles I get, it's just I can't perform them. Let's go up just a little bit more. Look at that. Bet if I tossed right in there and let it come down, I'd catch something. If I knew what I was doing. If I could actually get the fly where I wanted it to go. I don't really have anything here that I can put all my stuff up. I sure am enjoying doing these videos for you guys. It really just gets me out of the house, gets me motivated to do things, gives me a new lease on the way I look at life. You know, things have been pretty down, and we always go through ups and downs in our life. And I've had a lot of ups, and I've had a lot of downs. Lately, mostly ups. But sometimes you just get the funk. You need to figure out what you want to do with your life. Find hobbies that appease you. Pass your time. I've been lucky to pretty much find all of that. Although my hobbies seem to branch out quite wide. I don't really know how to focus on one particular thing. I want to learn everything. If anybody out there is like that, you know exactly what I mean. I'm a skilled craftsman at a lot of stuff, but I am nowhere near a master of anything. And that's okay. Just because you're not a master doesn't mean that you're not good at what you do. It just means you don't focus on that one particular thing. And that's all you do. It's okay to branch out and do other things. Try new things. You never know. You could end up discovering something that you absolutely love and that can change your life for the better. And end up being extremely talented at it. And you would never know that unless you try it. Boy, look at this. Another guy down there fishing like I am. Looks like a good spot. Fish right over there on the other side of the branches. Problem is, by the time I get over there, I'll probably scare everything away. But I'm definitely going to try. Let me drop all this stuff off and we'll go fish over there. Alright, we're going to try and walk further downstream and see what we can find down there. I know there's a couple guys down there, quite a ways down, so we'll stop about halfway in between or so. Maybe just after these rapids we'll try fishing that a little bit. I call them rapids, not really rapids. Just fast moving water. Shallower. Yeah, there was one just topped right there. Alright, let's move down. Alright, let's wander down a bit. Yeah, if any of you guys are from Boise, Meridian, anywhere in the Treasure Valley, anywhere in Idaho, and you know of any places that you'd like to see me fish, or a couple of good holes, or anything like that, anything you see I'm doing wrong, man, I can use all the help I can get. This is all new to me, so I sure am enjoying it. Whether I catch anything or not, that doesn't really matter. I get to be out here in the middle of a river on a fine Saturday morning, beautiful weather, with birds like that. You see it up there in that tree? I don't know if you can see it, maybe a little too far for the camera. Nature. Back to where we belong. Away from the technology as I'm holding cameras. But again, you know, I'm not watching television, I'm not playing video games, I'm not doing all the things that keep us inside and away from the beauty and the environments that we're meant to be in. These cleanse the soul in places like this. Whoa! They reset you. You know, if you have a bad day at work, get mad at your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be, you can always just head out to the river or a lake or a pond. Well, it doesn't even have to be water. Go out to the woods, mountains, streams, forests, anywhere other than your couch. And you'll be surprised at how your attitude changes for a little bit. Everything calms down. You know, you don't get so angry about stuff. Things don't irritate you as much. I kind of want to fish right here. See if I can throw all my stuff down in this grass without getting everything wet. Oh yeah, it's land here. Cool. Drop this off and fish a little bit. Yeah, I just can't seem to catch anything. It's okay. I'd really like to. I really want to see what it feels like on the end of this rod. I don't really want to interfere with those guys down there and they're fishing, so well, maybe we'll go hit another part of the river somewhere else. Kind of sucks, I got to take all this zoot suit off, but hop back on the motorcycle and head out. I know there's a couple more spots down there we could hit. Problem is I'm not sure where to find river access. But I don't have any issues with exploring. So let's do that. Let's pack everything up, get back on the bike and see if we can't do a little bit of exploring and find another little spot with some river access, maybe on another bridge like this, further downstream. I'll switch you over to the handheld. That way we can at least talk while I'm walking back up. Alright. Well, as I was attempting to pack things up, I changed the battery in this brand new replacement camera. This thing, I've already placed it once. First time this button here, put on the actual camera, not on the case, just stopped working. It's Chinese, Amazon. Paso, I think this is called. Like $59 or something like that on Amazon. I replaced it once, and now I'm going to have to replace it again here because now it's throwing card errors. It won't recognize the card. It's a brand new card. I just bought it this morning on the way fishing. So, looks like I got another bad one. I think this time I'll just send it back, get my money back, and maybe go with a GoPro this time, or the Polaroid that I'm talking into now. I've always liked that one. It's a pretty good one. Comes with a bunch of mounts. I think it was $130, $140, something like that. I've had it for quite a while. I usually just stick it on the handlebars of the bike. Anytime the wife and I go out and explore the mountains, things like that, we always have it going. For posterity's sake, anyway. Beware the Chinese stuff. Although it has been getting quite a bit better. This particular camera, so I think rather than fishing anymore, I'm just going to head back to the house real quick and see if I can't figure out what's going on with this card. Hopefully, when I plug it into the computer, it'll still have all my data on it. I did do quite a bit of fishing this morning and got a bunch of stuff. We'll see. If not, I guess I have to come out and fish again, huh? Oh, darn. Some of these rocks are a little tough to walk around. These are footing pretty easily. Oh, that is such good exercise. Let's see if we can't find our way down under the bridge again so I can change my clothes. right here next to the road wouldn't be a good place to do that. Oh yeah, some spot right down here. Well, if you ever feel like you want to build sandcastles, here's the place to do it. Oh, let's get my blue jeans back on. Get out of the zoot suit. And we'll see you on the road. Well, once I got home, started messing around with the Idaho EK7000 camera, found out that the micro SD card took a hose. So, all the footage that I got from that camera was lost. Unfortunately, there was some pretty good stuff on there. There was one that I had the bird came and flew down towards me and went back into that tree, and I only had it going on the Idaho chest mount, so we lost that. I'll check some of the footage and see if maybe the Polaroid picked it up, but I don't know if it did or not. We'll see. Anyway, that's the second one of those that I've purchased now, the Idaho EK7000. The first one, the button took a crap on the top, so I couldn't even turn the thing on or off anymore. Well, the power button worked. I couldn't say start recording and then stop recording. So it was worthless, and I could just use it as a site basically. Anyway, so I ended up sending that one back. This was the second one that they sent me. It seemed like it was doing much better than the first one. It felt actually a little tougher, a little more solid on the buttons, but unfortunately it ate the SD card, so I don't know what to do about that. I'm just going to send everything back, including the accessory pack that I bought for it, get a full refund, and I'll probably just, since this Polaroid hasn't been giving me any problems at all, ever, I'll probably just end up buying another one of those. So I'll have to do that this week and see if we can have those cameras up and ready for next weekend's trip. So that's another day of fishing done without any luck. I was really hoping to have a strike on the fly rod. I really want to experience the hit, the pull, the drag, the landing, the visceral experience is what I've heard. The fact that you can feel everything the fish does. One of these days, I can't wait to see what it feels like to have a 20-inch rainbow or a brown on the end of my line. As I said before, any tips, tricks, locations, etc. that you may have for me, any ideas, please leave a comment and let me know. Like, comment, subscribe as always. Enjoy your life, be kind to one another, and keep on fishing any way you can. Until the next episode, Skelly signing off. Peace.